Oh, hey.
Oh, this is a familiar
Yeah, Zach.
one.
Yeah, Zach. This ship is really you trying to get the ball.
I'll continue to be a blueberry.
Hey, I mean, hey, I mean,
Yeah, we're
I
still
got.
halfway. Well, they're still halfway. We're still halfway through Juicy July. You
You
know.
should see.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working on
Yeah,
a
I know.
beat. I'm working
Yeah, I've
on
been
a
seeing.
beat
Yeah, I've been
section.
liking that. I've been liking that series you've been doing. It's been quite funny.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, everyone has been surprisingly receptive to it. I'm honestly enjoying it.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's a funny. It's a funny little concept. You know, just like trying to live your everyday life, while you're
You've read
gradually inflating into a blueberry.
not a lot of. I'll be honest when I say this. I've not seen a lot of people do it, and what I mean by that is the people who do that kind of
The people who
concept. They
do
I know
either
do.
my friend.
Wait, the
I
people
know
who
my.
do.
I know
Zach.
one of my. I know one of my.
I'm
I know one
sorry.
of my Brit. I know one of my British friends who's no. Max knows him too because we've hung on a VR chat a few times. Who's a noteworthy inflation artist, Blue Dragon.
Yeah.
He for like a couple years in a row now, he's done this thing called No Deflate November,
Oh
where
Ah.
god.
basically, yeah, it's pretty much the same idea. Just the idea is that he just keeps gradually inflating bigger and bigger while trying to just live his everyday life throughout the month. And I just realized all this talk of that is distracting me from actually getting the right shot.
and it gets the best of us, man.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that.
Yeah.
But the people I've seen who do do
Oh,
permabear,
I see.
people who
There's his hypnotic glasses too.
Like I said, it
the
wasn't. Like I said, it's not like blueberry inflation that it was. It's just like a regular air inflation he did for No Deflate November, but it's kind of the same basic concept. Just just trying to live your life while at the same time you're gradually deflating
there's
and you're unable to deflate.
there's only a couple artists I've seen who've done that. The one that I'm thinking of, he didn't really do it a lot. All he really did was like, oh, he's taking pictures, and just walk cycles. He didn't actually show his character doing like he has to,
Yeah, I just it's funny. It's funny. I just realized. I think you know Blue Dragon too, Zach, because I think I think I saw in your profile it says that he's one of our mutual friends.
yeah. I think I've brought it up before that yeah, I have him on Discord. We don't talk a lot, but he has, but
Yeah,
he is.
I don't talk a lot. I don't talk a lot with him in text either. He's a bit on the like I usually let him be, and plus I can
Yeah.
tell he's a bit on the shy side.
Yeah, but yeah, people I've seen who do it, they don't usually do like everyday tasks. They usually do something because they want to give the best angle.
God
You know,
damn it.
Is our talk about juiciness too much for you, Ari?
No. I would not be distracted by you. No.
it's like no.
It's like that. So it's like that one kind. Oh no.
No. Scoops.
Oh yeah, that was literally my reaction when I saw Elephant Mario being revealed. I'm like, oh no, Nintendo, you can't. No, you can't do this to me, Nintendo.
I can't say this though. I have two other picks on the way. Well, three of them. I'm doing three actually pictures for Creature Unknown's prompt list. So I'm currently working on one of those right now, and then I got one that's going to be done for a com for someone who wanted to.
Oh yeah, speaking of Creature Unknown, I really love the little tribute pic that that Kitsune Kit recently did. You know, with him and Lexel.
That was
That was an adorable pic.
that was done by the guy who I'm actually doing the comp for. The guy who commissioned that picture. I'm also the one drawing his picture. He's
Wait, Lexel?
No. The guy who commissioned the picture for Kit to draw, Midris.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Kid did that as a commission for someone. Oh, interesting.
Because Midris.
Yeah,
is...
it's like the pic of it's like you know which one I'm talking about, right? The pic of like Kit of Creature Unknown and Lexel like laughing at being inflated while laughing at their phone, looking at like fail blimp videos on BlimpTube.
Yeah, my friend, my buddy, he got that commissioned because basically a tribute and a gift to both Creature and Lexel. I am actually thinking about messaging Lexel mainly because with how consistent I've been with drawing recently, like this is probably the most pictures I've been able to draw in less than a week or so than I've been able to do before, and it's thanks to this new art program that I'm using, and I'm like, maybe.
What is it?
It's called Procreate. One of this guy who said he was a fan of my work, like he asked me what I used, and he told me, and when I told him, he's like, "Oh, I use this," and then I asked him like, "Is it iPad compatible?" And he's like, "Yeah, it is."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Procreate is only on iPad, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It's only on an app store, yeah.
But yeah, it's like I checked it out, and oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, yeah. From what I've read, I think like it's one of the two most popular art apps on iPad. The other being the iPad version of shit. Why am I forgetting the name? Oh, Clip Studio. That's it. Yeah, the other being.
Oh, okay. Clip. I think I
the
have
other
that
being
as
the
well.
the other being the
Got that
iOS
on
version of
PC.
Clip Studio Paint.
But yeah,
I use a sketchbook as my
I used to use.
main. I know Zach used it as well.
I used to use it a lot. Like the last picture I did with Sketchbook was that. Voodoo
Yeah, I'm a
picture.
I'm a weirdo. I go back and forth between using Paint.net and GIMP for
They recently
AK
came out.
aka Photoshop GIMP, aka Photoshop for Linux geeks.
They actually came out with a premium payment thing or whatever.
That
Where you
was
get like
so close.
where you get like
GIMP?
more tools and like custom like brushes. I mean, it's pretty nice, and it's only like $2 too.
Which program?
Sketchbook.
Oh, Sketchbook. Okay, yeah.
I think part of the reason I decided to stop using Sketchbook, I think it's because some of the tools were pretty limiting. Like every time, like when I needed to do a certain effect, I just couldn't do it with it.
I understand. Yeah.
Like I think the one picture that I did fairly recently was basically recreating the baseball game where the baseball nearly hit me in the head. It's part of a little series of pics I'm doing, basically discussing like enlightenment, I guess. You know, acceptance and forgiveness. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And regarding what I've said about GIMP, it's like, yeah, like I wasn't really kidding when I said it was Photoshops for Linux nerds because I do not recommend it for beginners. I only use it because it's the closest thing I have to Photoshop that's free.
Isn't that the program you hooked me up with, Vin?
GIMP 2?
I forget what it is, but it's like when Vin was.
Was it Clip Studio Paint?
Do this to me again? Seriously? Fit in the hole! Oh my god!
I was gonna say,
I
was
was
it...
ready to fucking scream!
Vin,
In the hole.
by the way, Vin, is your mic okay? You've been pretty quiet though, Lazo.
I've turned on metal music and just drowning myself out at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say...
got Ailstorm screaming in my ears. It's like,
Okay.
It's the only art program that's free. Well, technically, they're all free if you know what you're doing, laddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
are a
That's-
pirate.
It's like,
Uh,
oh yeah, I know. It's like,
Yes, I know.
I
have
pay
con-
for Clip
yeah,
Studio.
I have
recommend
considered
it,
I have
but
considered
as
trying to
right
go out of my
now,
way.
it's a subscription, which is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I have considered going out of my way to try and find
Free version.
a pirate version of Photoshop. The only thing is that I've heard that apparently Adobe's DRM is now so fucking extreme that that somehow, unless you can like somehow hack into your Windows registry itself and delete certain specific files in a really obscure directory, if you ever decide to buy a legal program from legal program from Adobe, even if it's not Photoshop or anything, it'll somehow know that you've run that pirated version, and yeah, just kind of lock you out of being able to use it, which is pretty fucking evil, even by Adobe standards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you look in
fucking-
if you look in No Mic, Steven, like this is one of the effects I don't think I haven't been able to do in Sketchbook.
Pro, which, well, I would also be pirating that.
This is a blur effect, and honestly, I like how this blur effect came out.
Actually,
motion.
Sketchbook.
Like I just use.
Actually,
Yeah, like
it does have.
So I'll just reiterate. I use GIMP. I'd like to be more accurate. I use GIMP because it's free, without any weird like DRM shit being left on my hard drive as I install it.
Well, actually, I think that's one of the premium tools. Is they added blur.
Oh,
GIMP was what I used to use.
ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've been so lost in this conversation that I didn't even. It took me a moment to even realize that we're playing on a different course now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
but
Yeah,
Albatross.
sometimes when I get involved enough in a game, my brain can actually legit turn itself off, just like not even realize that I'm on a different level or something.
yeah,
I'm back now.
Yeah.
welcome
Hey,
back.
Welcome
Okay,
back.
Hey, Max.
I was worried about you, man. How you feeling?
Still fucking frustrated.
What happened?
Exoprimal went
PvP
ugly.
happened.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And I am so
Exoprimal's incredibly
tired of it.
Yeah, Exoprimal's and honestly, from what I saw in the stream, from what I saw in Ari's stream of it, yeah, I believe every word Max has said. It is Exoprimal's multiplayer is unbalanced as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then sorry to hear.
And pretty much skill-based matchmaking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they don't. Yeah, it's like the. Honestly, I don't know if I could even call Exoprimal's matchmaking because it sounds like it just doesn't take. I don't think it takes player skill into account at all, seeing as how it always since the matches always end up being extremely one-sided.
Gameplay wise, I thought it was fun, but the PvP thing was a definite turnoff, so I can relate
Yeah,
to
the
Max
gameplay's
about
pretty
that.
fun.
Yeah, it's like it looks like it looks like it is a fun.
It.
It looks like it is a fun game at its core. It's just like they it's just that the-
just for amusement.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the gameplay does look fun at its core. It's just that balance, that PvP balancing. Holy fuck! It's broken. It is totally broken.
And
Wait, Vin, you didn't buy it, did you?
I did.
He did.
That we'll have to play it. We'll have to play it.
I don't know if I'll play that game. Maybe. I guess if enough of you guys.
I'm an eagle.
I'm Albatross.
Oh,
nice.
dating, buying it anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
I am.
And again, I can always refund it from Steam. I've got what, a 2-day grace period.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you played it for less than. If
I
you
haven't
owned it for
even played
yeah,
it yet.
if I remember correctly, I think Steam's refund policy is that you can refund it if you've owned it for less than 2 days and played it for less than 2 hours.
I still find that funny. Like, I think there's a video out there someone did. Like, can I beat this game in 2 hours and get a full refund?
Yeah, it's funny. I think Donkey actually did in his review of Sonic Forces, he did this funny thing where he pointed out how the game's length, if you watch all the cutscenes, just so happens to top out at just barely around 2 hours, and he feels like he did that on purpose, so that you won't be able to that Sega made sure the game's length was exactly that on purpose, so that people couldn't refund the game on Steam because of how shit it was.
Which is a shame, because
And I find that believable. Because yeah, Forces was because yeah, I mean, because yeah, I have played Forces. Like, I own it on Steam, but I only bought it because it was on sale. Now, the Steam version, I only bought it on sale just as amusement, just like out of amusement, because I did find the character creation thing to be a funny thing, just because of all the memes people have made from it.
See.
But I did already play the
Finally gave
game
the
on.
fans the thing they wanted, and
Yep.
they knew it was going to be bad.
I played but yeah, I already played it on. But yeah, I already played the game like on Switch from a Redbox rental.
See,
And,
I prefer the sequel, Sonic Suggests.
yeah, like but yeah, I played. But yeah,
I remember when.
yeah. See, I rented it. I rented the Switch version from a Redbox rental. While it is technically the worst version of the game, it's not really by much. It's just a lower resolution and frame rate is all. And yeah, I was pretty damn disappointed at just the level design and everything. It really is as bland of a game as people say it is.
Yeah, it's a game.
A proper Sonic Generations 2, it absolutely is fucking not.
I've not been a Sonic fan. Like I've mostly been for Mario. I've mostly played Mario games.
Same. I'm more of a Mario guy
Yeah,
myself.
it's like
Completed.
yeah, I'll just say it as a Sonic. I'll just say it as a Sonic fan. It's like I'm just not in the least bit surprised. It's like I've grown to be like I still like this franchise because I like the characters and got very fond memories of
Man.
the legit good games in the series like Generations
really
and
need-
the original Genesis trilogy. And yes, I said trilogy because Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles are not separate games. They're two halves of one game. That's how Sonic Team originally intended it, but they had to cut it in half because of time and manufacturing costs.
We really need to play something like Mario World together, Mario 3D World or Mario Maker.
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah.
We need to play it. Like, I will get the subscription back if we could play Mario Maker together as a group. Just 4-player
Yeah.
Mario Maker. Because I have a world that I've been working on that I want to like unveil, but I can't do it without you guys. I've been working hard
I
on
have
them.
Mario Maker. I have Mario Maker too.
Yeah,
I have that.
same. I have that. I want to play it.
Yes, I have a three. Yeah, I have both Mario Maker 2 and the Switch version of 3D World.
Nice.
I need to get 3D World.
I just need to
get
re- I just need to. Yeah, that's definitely one excuse for me to renew my Switch Online subscription.
We
If
need
ever
to
do
plan
get around to
this.
playing that.
We definitely need to plan this.
Like, I'll buy the
Some point.
subscription again if we can all play it or get the Mario Party
Is
games.
this can be this can be done on Steam, right? Or does it have? Is it only?
Well, if we're talking Mario Party, then yeah, it has to be Nintendo Switch Online.
Well, then I guess you guys have fun.
I think you can technically do online multiplayer with the Yuzu emulator, but that one I
Beware
would
of
call a crap.
Nintendo's Ninjas.
Exactly. There's two things. One, obtaining the ROMs is going to be tricky due to Nintendo Ninjas taking down every other ROM site that hosts Switch ROMs. And second, well, it's also going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to even get it set up because of Yuzu like having all these using its own completely separate online multiplayer network of separate from the that tries to emulate Nintendo's official servers to try and get around Nintendo's Ninjas. And yeah, it's
It's a mess.
like I said, it's not easy to set up. So yeah, like it's better off just using actual Switch hardware with the Nintendo Switch Online subscription.
I have thought about getting a Switch. Like maybe I will. I'm not entirely. I haven't made up my mind on that yet.
It
It's
has
a nice
been rumors of,
console. It's a
like,
good one when you're doing, going away somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why. Even though my PC can run Yuzu, I still have my Switch on hand because it's still I think if there's one thing Nintendo undoubtedly did right with the Switch, despite all the other things people understandably and justifiably complain about, like lack of virtual console, the menu being bland
No
compared to the Wii U and all
wallpaper.
that.
No wallpaper.
And all that shit. It's like, if there's one thing Nintendo undoubtedly did right with the Switch was that I honestly think just the core concept of the system.
I can
is
say
just
that I did
perfect.
I did buy the what I guess you could say the Big Brother that came out before the Switch,
the
the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Switch is basically the Switch. I can honestly say, like hardware wise, the Switch is what the Wii U should have been, because it takes the same concept of the Wii U. A console that doesn't need to be plugged into a TV at all times to be played. Having its own built-in screen on the controller, but does it so much better. Because This time, the tablet controller literally is the console. You know, the set-top box is just a dock that allows you to plug it into a television.
Yeah, I might consider it in the future. It's just I haven't had much need to because it's like, well, I do my games at home,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. In fairness, I don't use it mine very often anymore either. But it's like, yeah, I still use it because I like having the option.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just in it for the retro games, honestly.
I'll be
I've
honest
got
when I
the
say
Switch for Animal Crossing and Pokemon.
I will say
and
this.
Zelda.
It's I remember one time it probably would have been nice to have that was when I tried to get the remote play for the PS4 to work on my laptop, and I think I told you about this, Ari.
Yeah, I think I was
Yeah.
there for that.
I was like, I went to
Yeah.
I was in Las Vegas, and the remote play, like they advertise that you can now play it on your laptop anywhere. What they don't tell you is that your PS4 and PC need to be within reach of each other.
Yeah, it's it kind of defeats the purpose in all honesty. It's like, in fact, I think the damn remote play that they use for it is very, very misleading at best. Because
It's analog
remote play
play.
would imply remote play, and the way they market it as being like, oh, it's literally anywhere. That only makes sense if you literally can just like contact your PS4 through the cloud, or even just straight up cloud stream like your digital game collection
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's
But
like, yeah,
nope. It's instead it's more like the Wii U gamepad, where you
It's
have to be within range of the console for it to work. So it's
You
like,
have to-
why
yeah,
call
you
it
have to-
remote play then?
yeah, it's like you have to be within reach of it, not 2,000 miles away on the other side of the country, which is exactly where I was. It's like my PS4 is all the way back home in Detroit here, and I'm 2,000 miles away in Las Vegas.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it's like, yep, I'll just settle for what I have on my phone. And to be honest, it's like I use my iPad sometimes for gaming. The only mobile game I play a lot as of recently that honestly is kind of fun is the Call of Duty mobile, which has
Oh
actually
yeah, that is fun.
The only really, yeah, because I've never really been able to really come to grips with touch controls, I just usually play, like, when it comes to phone gaming, I usually just play just a little simple, casual, what I like to call screen swipers, because that's literally all it is. You're just swiping at the touchscreen for things like swapping gems in Bejeweled or whatever, or just cards in Solitaire.
Yeah.
I'll
The
be
most-
honest,
The most
I do like the
action
Blitz.
the most action-oriented game I have installed on my phone is Doom, and that is the official Android port of Doom, and that's only because it's only because I have a personal mantra where, hey, if a Doom port exists for a device I own, I must install it on there. Everything has to run Doom.
Yep.
I'll be honest when I say this. Like at the time when I had I'll be honest, Call of Duty, mobile, it's good, but I think my biggest issue with it is how fucking big it is. You want to know how big it was on my phone before I removed it and got it on my iPad? 14 gigabytes. And
Oh,
we-
that's small for a Call of Duty game.
yeah, but mind you, this is on a phone. This is on a phone
Yeah.
where you have other
Yeah.
apps. Your pictures take up space, Any pictures
This
you
is
take,
like-
your
this
files
is like
take up
in the-
space.
This is like
And
in
the game, and whenever you need to update the game, you literally have to uninstall and delete stuff just to get it to run.
Yeah, that's kind of
Oh,
like the equivalent of
yeah.
like
So it's like-
over 100 gigabytes.
so it's like
it's
I'm-
like an
Yeah,
equivalent.
it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much just as bad as the console versions.
It's like so it's like I've played games where maybe they'll be like a couple gigabytes. No, Call of Duty Mobile, like currently right now, I think it's probably 16 gigabytes, which
Oof.
for a phone app is a lot.
Yeah, it's like in fairness, yeah. When I said that's small for a Call of Duty game, I was joking because I do understand the context.
Yeah. I would love it if there was.
Because the console versions take up like over 100 gigabytes typically.
You know what I found so this was a surreal thing for me is like I was playing is like I remember when I was looking at what what games am I gonna uninstall and reinstall. I'm looking at Battlefield 1, you know, which is considered a very large game, you know, because it's like you got big maps, you got big explosions, big big rigs, all that. And it's like I think when I last checked, it was like 80 gigabytes. And then I'm looking at Call of Duty, either Call of Duty World War II or Call of Duty Cold War, 120 gigabytes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like,
Damn.
how the fuck is this thing bigger than a game where, you know, you could fly planes into each other, you could have tank battles, there's literal, you know, structural destruction that you can do, you know? Oh, hey, this map.
Yeah.
The problem with the newer COD games is they make the game so bloated. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they make it
yeah.
so bloated.
It's funny you're not the only person. You're not the only inflation fur who's made that joke, Steven. Like I made a comment to my I made a comment to I made a comment one time. I was hanging out with Modern Balloony, who's another noteworthy inflation fur that I've managed to become good friends with, in a VR chat once, and I made a comment how I preferred Microsoft, how I actually ended up surprisingly liking the Chromium version of Microsoft Edge because of how much less bloated it is than Google Chrome proper. And he immediately responded with, "Oh, did you say bloated?" Then, you know, cranking his inflation slider up.
Yeah.
Wow.
But but yeah, it's like I'm
But
amazed.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. They make the game so like it takes up most of your time.
Vin's golf ball has like a barrier, stuff like a cage around it.
Is they should make the games like at least a bit smaller. They should make the gigabytes smaller. Like
Anyone
it
who's
should not be over 100 gigabytes. It should
if
not
anyone here has recently played Modern Warfare 2, the 2022 game, how big is that, if you guys know?
Oh, I think it's over 100 gigabytes for that.
I was gonna say,
Well,
like, at
and
least
Warzone-
100. At least.
And Warzone too. Like it's ridiculous.
It just amazes
Also,
me.
right now I'm playing Black Ops 2 while we're chatting. Because they finally fixed matchmaking. Because of the Microsoft deal. Yeah,
Huh.
that's cool. I think that's the reason.
I love Vin Diesel's outfit for the golf session. That's great.
But yeah,
Demon in a cage.
but yeah, like for me, you know, I like both games, but
Cold War.
I think I kind of have bad history with Call of Duty, mainly because, you know, I think I've brought it up before. One of my childhood friends, you know, that was a game he hung out with my childhood bully because he has not only did he have an Xbox, but he had
Finn!
he had Call of Duty. He played Call of Duty as well, so it's like, you know, yeah.
So and
it's
I kind of remind you of the bully.
And well, yeah, not only that, like he would have conversations where he's like, "I'm sure you don't know what an M62 machine gun is. I would have that, and you would have just a little tiny pistol."
Damn.
I'm just like, I guess I wouldn't say it's because of that I began learning more about firearms, but I would say that it makes me realize, like, if I were to go back in time with this knowledge that I have now, it's like I would one up his
I'll
ass.
just say, if you enjoy firearms, there is a pretty hilarious VR game I recently bought. Yeah, and Max knows about this because I told him about it. It's a VR game called The American Dream. I bought it for only like $4 during the.
Yeah, that one is a classic.
Yeah, it's like I bought it for only $4 during the Steam summer sale. And I'll just say I recommend only it's on sale because it's very, very short, and the ending gets a little preachy. Like it delivers the developer's intended message with about as much subtlety as a shotgun to the face, pun entirely intended.
For fuck's sake!
But
Yep.
what I was gonna say, since I want you to say that to a crowd at some point. You're like, yeah, I bought the American Dream for $4.
That sounds like correct about this day and this state of our economy.
Yeah, that's that's a great. That's a, yeah. I'm just gonna post that for. Yeah, I'm just gonna post that in no context.
But yeah, it's like now and the reason I think I got into Battlefield so much was because of Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 was the first-person shooter I played that wasn't at a friend's house, because my friends would play Call of Duty. But Battlefield 1 looked so cool when it came out, and then when I got a PS4 and I was able to purchase it for myself, I will admit, when I first played it, I was not good. In fact, I rage quit in my first session. Like, have I told you about my first session in that game, Ari?
I don't think you have, no.
Let me just put it like this. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realize I could change classes, and oh, thank God we made it past that. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realize how fast-paced it was, and I quit within 5 minutes.
Wow.
I probably would have did the same.
I did sit down, like, okay, I need to figure this out, and eventually I figured it out. I would argue that it's because of Battlefield 1 that I've gotten... I wouldn't say I'm a great marksman, but I would say I have gotten pretty good as a marksman in most of our games,
Yeah.
Oh, I got an item. Golf diorama.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, for me, I grew up more with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, and
But I think what
I've never
love...
played.
But I think what... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I've never played any other Battlefield games, but I want to go.
I'm gonna say this right now. If you want, I would recommend Battlefield 1. I think what I love about Battlefield 1 that no other first-person shooter has done for me is they really kick home the message: war is not a fucking game. It is, hands down, I think one of the most grim... It was probably one of the most grim games that reminds us that war is not a game,
And I know it's kind of ironic. It's like they have that message in the single-player campaigns of Call of Duty, even though it's the complete opposite of the attitude that people in the multiplayer section of the game tend to have.
Yeah, but it's but I'm not kidding when I say in the main game, in the multiplayer of Battlefield 1, it is they retain that feeling, and I think the reason I say that is in the voices of the soldiers. I was listening
Wow, okay.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
Nice job. Nice. But I don't know if you know this, sorry. I was listening to one of the recordings I did. I know what it is. It was the one that I gave you where we did Operations Conquer Hell. And before you had joined, I was not talking. And because I wasn't talking, you could hear the screaming soldiers. I think the one that actually got to me is you could hear a soldier in the background screaming, "Help! Someone help!"
Oh god.
I'm like blood, and then another one I end up passing. He's on fire and he's actually panicking and crying. I mean, I know it sounds weird when I do it, but it's actually legit distressing. I would have to play it for you, Ari.
I don't know if I want to watch. Help! Someone help!
Well, you would just hear it in the background.
That's the sound. That's the sound I made with the coughing guy. Help!
But yeah, it's like whenever people tell me why do you like Battlefield 1 compared to every other first-person shooter, I'm like, that's why. The atmosphere. I love the atmosphere.
I admittedly still think Battlefield 1 had a really weird title. It's like, I mean, in hindsight, I get it. It's meant to be like World War 1, but still, it's like there was already a Battlefield 1. Why are you literally just calling this Battlefield, but then slapping the number 1 at the end of the title? It makes no sense whatsoever.
I mean, it makes about as much sense as naming their next title Battlefield 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we jump right into to Battlefield 2042. We missed 2,300.
And four with like 2,000 roughly 2,300
39.
yeah 39 games.
Uh,
What the hell? Why
Oh
am
my-
I doing so good on this course?
Why am I doing so bad?
this is a pretty unique layout. This one's actually gotten better with time, I think.
Why-
The original was
Ari,
awful.
do you have a second?
Yeah. Very stretched though.
Do you have a second, Ari?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Check my stream real quick.
Give me a minute. I guess rest up. My back's starting to kill me.
I guess you want to make this the last course, and then we'll take a bit of a break.
Yeah, I don't mind at
You're
all.
gonna head
Sure.
to bed anyway,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
You think if
Yeah,
either
I wouldn't mind
Samson, then if either of you guys are on later, would it be okay if I just screen share so I could show you guys, you know?
Hey,
trying
it's
to
Max
put everything
Dude.
back in?
Max Dude. Where's
Yeah.
Benny?
Sure.
Show me Benny.
Yep. He's not with you in the game, but I have something similar to it.
That
Have
is
it.
cool.
Aw.
Oh,
Like-
I love that, Benny.
Can you send a screenshot? I would like a screenshot if you can.
Benny's awesome. Rest in peace, Benny.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going for the yellow.
Game's really good, by the way.
Yeah, I'll try and take a crack at it someday. Ooh.
Apparently, there was a Fall Guys crossover here as well.
Fortnite
Well-
crossover?
Fall
no,
Guy.
no, Blade Point Naraka. Or Naraka Blade
Oh.
Point.
Naraka the Kaka. The
Oh, for God's sake.
They even had a
You
Bruce
play
Lee
the sport
crossover.
dude in,
Ooh, nice.
Here,
And
I'm
you get
just
like
gonna.
Bruce Lee nunchucks.
Here, I'm gonna put this in no mic, the upcoming picture I'm drawing, mainly because this is gonna go for Steven, because I think he might like this. But I think you'll like this too, Samson. You might really like this. Give me a moment. I'll just put this in no mic. Screenshot that I got. This is the up and coming picture.
Ooh, nice.
Hold on, let me. Oh, I got
Now,
it.
I must say, Zach, I'm really liking how much you've been improving as an artist as of late.
yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
look
you
better.
seem
you
like-
have. Man.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
with each new pick you've been releasing, I've been noticing you've been getting a lot better, you know, with like your anatomy and whatnot. Yeah,
I've kind
yeah, yeah. Seriously, like, yeah, good on you, bud. Keep at it.
Yeah,
Thank
same,
you.
man.
I think
I don't know what
I think what has been helping and making it so much easier is I'm getting the hang of like drawing I've kind of learned, like, when it comes to drawing big characters, the best thing to do, you can't do a proper skeleton like you normally would. So I was like, well, why don't I actually do shapes instead? So it's like
I was gonna
would
say that is something I've noticed. It's like anatomy is just something that like skeletal anatomy usually just doesn't work with inflation and like extreme fat. It really is best to just go for like classic cartoony, you know, shape-based character construction.
Yeah, and it's helped me because it's like, you know, yeah, I can it's like if I use shapes, you know, to map out where I want to go, you know, like I'll show, because I had to use this for an example for my current client, because he literally made me an entire sketch. Like, he kept auto-correcting my shapes, and I was
Like,
like,
I said, like, and in fairness, I'm not saying that like skeletal anatomy, it's not possible to make good like fat inflation art with skeletal anatomy. It can and has been done. It's just a hell of a lot harder.
like here's a no mic. Here was the initial look for the gaming picture. Like, that's how it started. And then
Wow.
when I finished the outlining, you know, this is how it looked afterwards. And it's like, yeah, that makes it so much easier. Man. But yeah, and I'll be continuing to do that. Like, it's gonna be, and I did the thing I did in that one video where I get so angry at this game. Okay, I'm not gonna get angry. I'm not gonna get angry. It's fine. I'm trying to have a nice conversation about how I draw fat asses. It's fine.
That's going in no context.
Yep, add that one to the list.
That's going in no context as well. Yeah.
You can count on me to just no fucks given from me sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll continue. I'm gonna continue to draw these. Don't fall off. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, whoop.
Don't. Hey, fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, we both suck.
Well, I love the how gaming and like the shape and all that. I love that.
Everyone has been saying that that's so far
Yeah,
their
that
favorite
was
picture.
a great. Yeah, that turned out really good.
I'm not joking. That's really good.
Yeah, I'm not joking either. That's seriously one of your best picks yet.
Yeah, I love it.
I will admit, like the picture I did after that one I mostly did as an excuse to draw from behind.
Nice.
And then I got Ari in the comments section with his Family Guy reference.
I could. It just sets itself up for that. I could not resist.
Yeah, someone actually, hilariously enough, I think some of you might have actually seen him post about this on Twitter, but Ella Gecko's actually had that happen to him at MFF once.
Oh.
One time it was a couple years ago at MFF, some guy who brought a tuba with him to the con followed Ellie around while he was wearing his Keel the Space Gator suit while playing that exact melody on the tuba. Like actually doing it for real.
That's great.
Like he's even posted like a
I
thread
know how
that's
to
like
play
every
it on the
it's like
trumpet.
in my dreams it follows me.
But would you be
The
okay
citizens of Earth are having quite a fun time right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, can you blame them with this conversation we're having? The whole world has to listen to our bullshit.
And it exploded too. I'm glad they got their final moments together.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like
Oh,
my plan is I'm gonna get the demo done, and then all right, I think we made that the last one, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm looking to
So
stretch, watch some TV.
My plan
or something.
is I'm gonna get a demo. I'm gonna get a video demo done. I'm gonna see if I can get people interested. If I can get a dev interested, I'll talk to them, and I'll probably tell them, look, this guy who started this whole thing, I honestly have not really enjoyed working with him. Do you think you could be the director? I would rather you be the director with me, because I want someone who knows what they're doing, as opposed to someone who just wants to take charge. But yeah, all right. Well, I'll go ahead and see you guys in maybe a couple hours, maybe.
Same down, Ari.
I mean,
Look at the chat and Tower Night.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be uninsane. You'll be uninsane again soon, right?
Cooley left after I said, "Bow down to me, you're a golf god."
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, where did
I
you put
posted
it?
a couple stuff in GNC no context as well.
I'll go take a look. Let me see. What
I'll
we
send
got
you a
here.
screenshot.
I see a nut. I see the nut. That's nice. All right, I bought the American Dream for $4. I hear Ari in his Mr. Beast voice saying that.